I told her to call in sick. That's what a normal person would do.
Alright, so I'm going to investigate this room.
Okay. You find the 4 alcoves, and the stone near to the low corners of these little alcoves are porous, and seawater is kind of bubbling up from them. Not enough to like wade into. There's not enough so it's like a pool of water. Just enough so it is constantly slick and wet. You couldn't dry these corners out. You see the 3 torch sconces on the 3 bone pillars, and in the center of the room, right about here, in the floor is a metal circular plate set into the stone, and in the center of the plate is an indentation shaped exactly like these knives that you've been getting stabbed with this whole time. This is in addition to the piles of just stone and mineral. Mm-hmm. And in this side of the room, where she emerged from the first time, you find a set of her tools. There is a small wooden bowl that's filled with some kind of grayish black sand, and it looks like she's very painstakingly scraping it off of these lumps of mineral and stone that are collected in the room.
I wonder if we could use a different material and make a less horrible weapon here.
Hey, Birdie.
Yep.
Is there any magic in any of this?
Birdie squints and like just shrugs. I don't know.
Make an Arcana check.
Adrex looks around, makes sure that the coast is clear, plops down on his butt again, and starts scrubbing his feet again.
Getting in between the toes, all the little flavorful cracks.
15.
15.
Tell me I can't sit on my butt.
You kind of piece together what the process must be. She collects some amount of this kind of grainy mineral in the bowl. She fills the center cavity with it, and then some kind of incantation to solidify it into a brittle metal weapon. And that's the part you don't think you'd be able to replicate. Whatever that ritual or incantation was, died with her.
Well, at least she ain't making any more.
So my butt's got a tail on it. Whip my tail. Why don't I do that more often? Adrex looks upward, thinking about this.
Don't you have like a stubby, like 2 foot, like less than 2 foot long tail?
Alright, well, I guess we get to go through the large one this time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 2 feet. Just whip some people with it.
And the floor of this flooded room isn't muddy like the rest of the areas of the complex. Instead, it's gradually sloping stone. And until the water gets deep enough to where it's up to your neck towards the back of the alcove. And you do feel a notable chill hanging in the air. Thin layers of moisture on the eastern walls and pillars have frosted over.
So we're gonna go diving down into another scary floor thing.
That's the idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm. So is this salt water?
Yes, this is seawater.
Mm.
Do we have someone have a second water skin among us? Because I'm feeling we may need.
I mean, a water skin has a ton of water. There's dozens of mouthfuls of water in a water skin.
All right.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess just keep going until my head's underwater, take a mouthful of the seawater, and let's do it.
Hey, when you get to about this point here, you'd have to swim. Your feet no longer touch the floor here.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I gotta swim like right here.
Yeah.
He's like doggy paddling. I bet it's adorable.
Kobold paddling.
Yeah, it gets colder to the back of the room, and the cold is emanating from the bottom of the pool.
Yeah, swim underwater. try and push against the floor.
Okay. And you're going to fail this strength check?
Yep.
You use this water trick, and the floor engulfs you, and you're stuck there for a lot longer than before. You don't really have a sensation of moving anywhere. And at first, you think that this hag has double-crossed you. Although, I guess Windy was the one who double-crossed her. Now that I'm thinking about it. No,
Oh,
that's
sounds
reserved
like
only
reverse
for
It's more
us.
like, okay, so that pretty much evens out to a non-cross. All right.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
It's just parallel.
But
lines.
eventually, Red, you are indeed spat out here.
or uncrossed.
Oh god,
very-
we've gone isometric.
Yeah, I don't mean to blow anybody's minds here, but
Oh, this is the one with the spiders.
much colder down here. Much darker as well, because Glue's torch went out.
Can I just say I'm really proud of everyone but Birdie.
Glue,
Do we
Birdie,
at least
you're
have shadows so we can get these
There we go.
isometric jumping puzzles down?
get set your angle to 45 degrees and you can rotate it like that.
I think he's just not going to do it.
Doing
There
it
you
for
go.
him. Howard.
Alright, so
This is
what's
gonna
in
be
this
all day.
room when we all arrive?
Very different type of stone. Very different color as well. And whereas the previous caves you came through, the worked part of them were made up of stone bricks, this looks like just smooth stone walls. The ceiling about 10 feet above you is dripping with water, and there are several stalactites coming down off of it. And you realize that's where you must have passed through. So to get out, you're going to have to climb back up that wall somehow. Looking in the back of the room where Adrex is standing on that back wall, you do find several handholds in the stone itself for that purpose. And one of
Who
these
likes
stone
torch?
paths continues down a stairway in front of you.
Oh, those cave sphincters really suck. I really hate them.
Is there like a doorway or is this just a path?
Just a path going down.
What do I see when I go to the edge of the path?
Stairs. Heading deeper, deeper down.
Motion for everyone else to be quiet and move down the path as quietly as I can.
Are these walls, or are we just
Ooh,
like
stealthy
floating
as well.
in space?
They're walls.
Okay. Like, I want to point out that every time I pick my, it actually, I wasn't doing it on purpose. It was like specifically like setting my. Every time I pick my thing up, it oriented it.
So
Red,
if you-
let's get a stealth
if you-
check.
Up at the top of the screen, if you click on where you see where it's at 90 degrees.
Don't teach him things.
It's a 28 on stealth.
28. Okay, Glue, let's get a stealth check.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Well,
Does
right
that
now
make
would be
you-
good.
Does that make you feel better, Wendy?
What? Yeah.
It's 11 plus.
Oh, someone gave Adrex a torch.
Yeah, Gu had passed you his. It's a
All right.
16.
Okay. Birdie, you staying at the top of the stairs?
No, I'm following.
Okay, make a stealth check. And are any of you
You
carrying
beefed
a
it.
light source?
15.
Adrex is, but he's
Up
not
at the
going
top of the
downstairs.
stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, he is very deliberately moving away from the stairs since he sees people trying to be quiet and stealthy.
Okay. Red, Glue, and Birdie followed you to the bottom of the stairs. Looking into this room, again, smooth worked stone instead of made of bricks, and the pillars here are the same. It just looks like one continuous gap in the stone has been painstakingly chiseled out. So these pillars are not made of bone the way that the ones upstairs were. And in this room,
You get like a perverse pleasure from doing that, don't you?
here, let's,
He does.
make sure I got enough guys here.
I don't think you do.
No?
I mean, the table still's up, hasn't crashed, so I think you need a few more.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to use
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tablet for that.
We're risk of rating this shit today.
Looking in, you see a couple of the cultists. One of them looks to be standing guard at this staircase, and the other two seem to be having a low conversation. They're speaking in whispers. You can't make out what they're saying over here. None of the three of them have noticed you just yet, but there's very few places in this room to hide, and once you enter it, they're going to see you.
Have the cultists been humans or have they been races with dark vision?
A wide variety of non-human, just demi-human races. But yes, you can presume that they all have dark vision. Otherwise, they'd need a light source in this room.
Would I have a clear shot at the closer one with my bow from the alcove, or is the pillar in the way?
You can shoot him, but that will immediately give away your position.
Right.
How long was the hallway?
How long was the hallway?
How long was the hallway? These are 5-foot squares.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just motion for everyone else to stop, pull out my bow, and shoot that guy.
Okay, roll initiative. This is one of the rules that our Saturday guy is getting wrong. Like, he's letting people take actions outside of the initiative order, which is letting us get the drop on a lot of giants that we really shouldn't be getting the drop on.
Off the table.
This is one of the few situations where, like, a surprise round I would actually give, because we had 3 people who were stealth and no one had seen them.
Well, that's why these cultists are going to be surprised on their turn.
Yeah.
But they actually rolled real high on initiative, too.
Oh, well. Sucks to be them.
Birdie, you want to be before me or after me?
I actually rolled a 12, so you go first. I mean, I rolled an 11, I mean. So if you rolled a 12...
And then Adrex is
first.
way down here.
I mean, that's
my God.
That's his domain.
So they do get to act first, so by the time Red is going to take his shot, they will not be surprised. But they do not get to act. And Glue, you see Red knock his bow. He's about to loose an arrow. But nothing else
So are
has
these
happened
guys
yet.
aware of me at this point, or?
No, you're hidden.
Okay, that's what I
But
thought.
They're not
Just making
surprised
sure.
anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Bonus action to enter rage.
Okay.
And I'm going to charge these 2 guys.
Just charge all the way across the room. Do you have the movement for
Yep.
all that? I guess you do. It's only 5-foot squares.
Yeah.
So really, they shouldn't be both standing in the same square. They should be like here and here. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Isometric is a lot easier to parse, isn't it?
Yeah, so Ghoul enters rage. That is I think it's a 21 to hit. Yeah, it's a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
That's 6 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a second attack. Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Let's just get another d12 out here. 13 plus 5 is 18 damage for the second hit.
18 damage. You come charging across the room like a madman.
Oh, also, since they don't count as surprise, so I don't get the
Bugbear.
don't get the bugbear bonus.
Okay.
BBB.
He is definitely bloodied as you come charging out of the darkness and just crashing into him with what's your weapon? What do you have?
Great axe.
A great axe. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, the surprise attack thing, it says once per combat, if you surprise a creature and hit it with an attack on your first turn in combat, the attack deals extra 2d6 damage.
Does it say if you surprise a creature or if the creature is surprised?
It says if you surprise a creature.
That's one of those edge cases because you did surprise him. He's just no longer surprised by the time
They were
you got your
surprised. It was surprising.
turn. They were surprised, but
So what's
Not
your
anymore.
adjudication? Do I get the 2d6 on that first hit?
no, hell no.
Okay, fine.
Absolutely not.
Fine.
In fact, you want to know what you can do with those 2d6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Windy, it's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, backpedaling, huh?
Alright. 1, I'm gonna go first, push my way through Birdie.
Okay.
Sorry, Birdie. I knocked
That's
him way off this bridge. And then I'm going to attack this guy with a nice gust of wind to his face and a longsword and punch. So 1 longsword and 1 punch.
So you're billowing?
I'm billowing.
Okay.
You die instantly from billow. This is an anti-billow room. Oof, I don't think either of those are going to hit. How does a 14 do?
He's doing a really good job parrying one of your attacks with his little dagger. But no, the 14 does hit.
All right. That's 15 magical slashing.
Okay. Yeah, you cleave into him with your sword.
I don't know cleave.
Is that it for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Birdie also gets to go before Red.
I'm just gonna shoot this one. This is the one that he attacked, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to give him partial cover because you're shooting through groove space and he's got half a pillar between him and you.
Okay.
Big.
Crew space sounds awful.
That is. That's a 18 total minus whatever the
18 to
partial
hit?
cover is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough.
Groove space is where you go up to meet up with other ex-spies.
That's 21 damage, piercing, magical.
You are likely to be eaten by Gwu. Yeah, you put an arrow at him and his body hits the stairs behind him and slumps. Kind of terrifyingly at a weird angle, the way his back is arched over the steep stairs. Birdie, moving or staying put?
Staying put.
Red, you're up and you now have an ally within 5 feet of your target.
Well, he's also surprised, so.
Well, he's not anymore because he got to take a turn.
Or he's unaware of me.
He is unaware of you, yes.
So that'll hit an armor class of 27
Yeah, that'll hit.
Just barely.
Just hits.
for 22 damage.
Okay, that's enough for him.
As a bonus action, I'll give Wu advantage on his next attack against this one.
Okay.
And put my bow away, pull out my rapier, and move into the room.
Adrex.
Adrex, we need a hand axe.
Hey, God.
No, hand axe is up in Kovnos.
What's going on down here? Okay, that was 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And yeah, head X sounds good.
Okay.
Birdie duck. Oh no, windy duck.
Windy doesn't duck, but just kind of slides to the side.
Hey,
You
That is
almost
a
got that
23.
free.
I did 20, but that is a
Duck.
23
I can see the die really tried.
for 6 damage.
6 damage.
I got a second hand X.
Okay.
When Windy bends back the other way.
Is this like,
That is 24
The
is this
die
like
went for the
Lady
one.
Hand Axe, the Duchess of Ouch?
for 10 damage.
Okay.
And
he
I will
is
tell you her name.
Yeah.
Soon as I open up that live journal entry.
Adrex, moving or staying put?
Staying put.
Okay.
No, that was old Mr. Axie.
Old Mr. Axie.
I love old Mr. Axe. He's my favorite.
Old
he is
Mr.
going
Axie
to... How many spaces does he have to move?
Old Mr. Axie Sr. was thrown over a ledge.
Oh, that's so sad.
He's going to disengage, and he runs up these stairs.
Don't have signal. Sorry. I'm not Raazu.
It's painfully
Raazu.
obvious.
It's going to bring us to... Woo!
Who's not wasting that advantage?
I didn't
No,
know fix
uh,
this.
I got 40 feet of movement. That's 10, Going up the stairs.
Okay.
Let's make 20. Stairs. See what's going on back here.
You see him scrabbling up to the top of the stairs, and there seems to be. You have dark vision, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You can't see what's beyond the top landing, because is that as far as you made it?
I still got another 20 feet of movement. I
Okay.
can get up on him.
You can get up on him. When you get up on him, there are heavy, like metal mesh set in the wall on either side of this little alcove, like here and here. Like heavy, thick grating. And again, the ceiling up here is dripping heavily with water. And as you get to the top, he's fumbling at his belt with something. What do you do to this
That's
poor
interesting.
innocent cultist?
That's interesting. He's getting axed to the face.
Well, it's not, he's facing away from you, so you have to get to the other side of him.
Yeah, that's true. But I went aiming for the face, and that only hits an 11.
No, 11 doesn't hit.
You aim for the face, and it was just like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have aimed for the
So,
face. He's
Let's
facing
aim.
it
Let's
around.
aim for center mass this time. How about
Okay.
that?
That might go better for you.
It's a 23
23 will hit.
for 11 damage. No, 13 damage.
Okay.
Nice work.
And he stumbles forward in pain, and you hear something clatter to the ground at his feet, but he does not drop just yet.
All right, he gets another. He get my frenzy attack here. That is a 16 to hit
16 will hit.
for 14 damage.
Okay, and that does drop him. He's done now. And then the room falls silent except for just the soft dripping of water.
All right. Wu come back downstairs, breathing a little heavily. Kind of got this crazed look in his eye, but it eventually fades. I got him.
But Wendy kind of sways back and forth, looking for a way to get around Gu. Eventually shrugs and Prince of Persia's her way on the wall above him to go up the stairs to check
Gross.
what's up there.
Well, there's a dead cultist laying there.
Adrex gets his axes back.
And yeah,
What was he running for?
you don't know. But, I mean, on his person, he has one of those same holy symbols. He's got 2 of the black daggers. And on the ground, clattered in front of him, I mean, you have to roll his body over to get to it, but a pair of keys.
Huh. And I'll
Wendy,
blow some air around the room.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
You got it. $14.
There's very suddenly a loud crash and rattle as something smashes into this metal grating along the right hand of the wall.
And I'll look at it for a moment and then blow wind in its face, trying to get a picture of it. What the fuck is it?
It's some kind of moving, writhing mass of something.
Goose spooks a little bit, looks up the stairs.
You all
Hey,
heard this crash from up there.
Adrex, bring the light.
Ah!
Looking on the other side is what can only be described as a tentacled horror. It is loping mass of horrible, bloated red and purple tentacles and fleshy bits, and it's crashed up against the wall. And some of the tentacles have writhed out through the mesh. And on either side of the wall, at the far end, back where Adrex is standing with the light, you see a keyhole where this come unlocked and the mesh can be slid away.
I've seen this hentai and it sucks.
Wow. So yeah, we're not gonna play with that guy. He doesn't sound like fun.
Wendy will put the keys in her back pocket.
Okay.
Never know when they could come in handy.
You never
Yeah.
know.
Let's continue down this
For
hallway.
Birdie
Are we
So
still
come
being
along.
sneaky?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
Everybody
stay
who's-
up here with Adrex. That worked out well for us last time.
Everybody who's going down these stairs, go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Stealth
29.
check. 20.
You're letting us down by not getting that 30. Okay, so
Might actually be a 30 now. I remember increase that when my dex went up.
16.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Very
right. It is a 30.
Very steep staircase descends 15 feet or so to a landing that then turns around. As you turn this corner, you can see lights flickering about 50 or 60 feet away, off in the distance. And there's a couple of people standing nearby it, down at the end of this long hallway.
Mhm.
In the interim, the hallway kind of widens out a little bit, like so. And there are 2 metal chests. And then the light you're seeing is further back here. But it's not an especially bright light. It's like maybe just the flicker of a candle.
I'll motion for Birdie to tell the others to come along and move my way along to here.
Okay?
I'll do that.
Anybody who's entering this room who hasn't make a stealth check, go ahead and make one.
We're not going to enter just yet.
Okay.
We're going to stay back here.
So you have these metal chests, but these aren't like standard like pirate treasure chests like they're drawn on the map. They're these large rectangular boxes, maybe the size of a foot locker, and each one has a heavy lock on the front of it that would require a key. And instead of opening on hinges, it looks like you actually have to physically remove a padlock from either side of this chest and then slide the metal top out of a groove. And Birdie, the chest you're standing next to looks much the same. And also, you can kind of see down into this next chamber here where you see several stone structures made out of bricks.
If I move along the wall here, can I get a better room? Get a better view into that room with the light?
Sure. There are 2 more cultists back here. It looks like they've got a candle set on a far altar in the back of this hallway, and there's several alcoves off to the side. And you can't make out what's in them from this angle.
Can I tell? Are these are also like orcs or something?
Yeah, you can presume they have dark vision.
Okay. Let's go ahead and shoot the closest one.
All right.
Here we go again.
Roll some initiative again. Ooh, they rolled bad this time.
That's a pity.
Not as bad as Adrex.
I had to try really hard to get as bad as Adrex. It's really difficult.
Dang, poor Adrex.
I just like to stay close to red. It makes me feel comfortable and safe.
Hey guys, did you kill the cultists upstairs?
Birdie, you're up. They are unaware of your presence. They're surprised.
Can I see this one from where I'm standing?
Oh yeah. You have, as long as you have dark vision, you can see them very clearly from.
Gru is ready, looking raring to go.
And that is a 19 plus 8, so 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
What?
Boop. That is 22 piercing magical.
Okay. And you put an arrow in him, and he cries out in pain and goes down to one knee. He is bloodied. Moving or staying put?
No, I'm fine here.
Woo.
So, Pain Train, Mark II.
Does Gru actually go choo choo when he does?
Not quite.
Okay.
Only in his heart, if he actually knew what a train was.
The pain ship.
Chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it.
That is only a 13 to hit.
13 does hit.
Okay, then. I do get my 2d6s this time, since they're surprised.
They are surprised. They will be
Yep.
until 6. Wow, Adrex, really?
Ah, that was a shitty damage roll. That is 7 plus 5. That is 12 slashing damage.
Okay. He falls to the ground dead.
So now
And-
I'm just picturing Wu as being Cole from Gears of War.
Step forward, take a swing at the other guy.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit,
That does hit.
and that's 9 damage. Slashing
9 damage. Moving or staying put? Or was that your whole movement?
That was. He can't take a reaction, can he?
He cannot.
Let's see, that was 30 feet, so I can take a couple steps back.
Red, you're up.
Get ready to charge his ass again.
That hits an armor class of 27.
That's good.
For 22 damage.
22 damage, and he is very severely bloodied. As he
And I'll
also
give,
catches an arrow and cries out in pain.
Wu advantage on his next attack roll against him.
Windy.
All right. This is actually. I'm gonna have to key point step of the wind to get right here, and then I'm gonna go for my standard. Actually, I'm gonna hope to kill him, so I'm gonna longsword. 2 longswords, no wind.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 15 magical slashing.
And he is dead.
Nice.
Looking in this
Holds out
room.
a fist toward Birdie or Wendy, realizes she can't see him do that.
In each of these alcoves, Wu, now that you have a chance to check, they each have a small stone pedestal. Again, just kind of carved directly out of the stone that the entire temple is carved out of. Not like a piece of furniture standing there. But on each of these pedestals, you see a burned out candle, just like a lump of pile of wax that's completely burned out, and sitting next to it is a skull. Small humanoid skull. A goblin, a rat folk, a kobold, something like that. And you can hear some kind of slick writhing inside each of these skulls.
Adrex runs up into the middle of everybody and says, "That's the last time I'm missing combat. This sucks."
I mean,
Who grins and says, "Hey, killed him, didn't we?"
Birdie starts like picking the lock on this. The
Okay.
locks.
I could only do it because I knew you were back there protecting us.
Make those checks.
Well, I was going to check for traps first, but I guess I'll let this play out.
Listen, Adrex is rubbing off on me. I am incredibly enthusiastic about this. So
If
that's
he's rubbing off on you. You can tell him to stop.
Show me on the doll where Adrex is rubbing off on you. Okay,
Wow.
Very nice tail.
Just make those checks for God's sake so we can move on.
Yeah, can we move on?
What are you
There's no
doing?
moving on.
it's a 28. It's 228s.
228s. Okay. Yeah, it takes some doing. These are heavy locks, and each one takes some doing, but you managed to pop the mechanism inside, and it actually takes a bit of strength to actually pull the lock apart so you can take them off of this box. But you get the lock off either side.
Yeah, I was just opening them. I'm not opening the chest. So
Okay.
now we're gonna let's check for traps because yes, I totally forgot to do that.
Make an investigation check.
I'll let Red do that.
Okay.
So you pop the chest, but you're not opening the chest.
I'm gonna have Adrex open it because I'm not strong enough. You've
He
got to
just-
push
he
it.
just
That
likes
would be an
opening locks.
investigation of 27.
Okay. You don't find any traps on these chests, but the act of pulling this metal plate out of the top is going to be very noisy as it slides out in this echoey stone chamber.
Do we want to kill everybody in this
area first before we start
Goo
looting the
nuts.
place?
Go nuts.
What if there's a magic sword in the chest?
Goo shakes his head at Adrex.
Then we can use the magic sword.
Don't you already have
Against
2
them.
magic swords on layaway?
Oh, Lil.
Layaway, I like it.
I don't think you can have enough magic swords.
Fair point.
Windy
Says the
holds
guy
up a hand.
carrying 15 daggers.
Windy holds up a hand. My magic sword got stolen.
Yeah. that sucks.
Allegedly magic sword.
My allegedly magic sword.
Allegedly hers.
That's
Yeah.
magic?
All right, let's get killing then.
Red.
Yep.
Okay. Stepping into this chamber, you see kind of like cairns of stones stacked up around the perimeter of this room. And on top of each of these cairns, you see where a dead humanoid is propped up. Again, small humanoids, goblins, kobolds, those types. Maybe particularly small humans. It looks as though they're kind of buried up to their knees in these stones. And then their arms are propped up over something, so their bodies are not allowed to slump down on top of the pile. And as you're taking all this in, a tentacle whips out of this center cairn and tries to lash out at you, but it misses and it writhes back down into the darkness.
Wu steps up, puts a hand on Adrex's shoulder, and pushes him back.
Adrian's gonna let this hobgoblin or bugbear, whatever the hell, just push him around like that.
Okay, and look to Red and say, whisper, quiet like.
Watch for tentacles.
Right.
And you're gonna head up these stairs over here.
I'm gonna head to the basement and see if I can see anything at the top.
Okay. And you look up, and the stairs climb about 15, maybe feet or so, up to another landing. And you do see flickers of light from up there.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look down each of these before I pick one.
Make a stealth check.
Adrix has taken his hand axe and started to pretend throw it at Gwu,
Where did that actually
closing one eye and trying to aim it.
That's an
perfectly.
18 on stealth.
An 18.
Yep, I can
Okay.
roll the 7.
Like, it's very interesting how that landed.
Okay. I need another color.
Neon
Yeah,
orange.
yeah.
I didn't think this through very well, but okay. Red, looking into this room, you see... Actually, what's your passive perception?
20, I think? Let me double check.
20? Okay.
Yes, 20.
This square here that looks like it has a convenient dotted line running off of it, instead of just being a solid point of stone in the floor, you see where there's like a large slab placed over it. It's very irregularly shaped, but it looks to be maybe 8 feet across or so, covering up that entire portion of the floor. And hiding behind several of these pillars in weight, you do see the movement. You see several cultists. And, you know, I need to just give you all the way to the back, because you see a flicker of torchlight in the back of the room as 2 more creatures standing back there. Let's go with yellow. I like yellow. Yellow's a good color.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it.
This one is a black dragonborn. Did Red meet hand axe at any point?
I don't think so.
Okay, well then you don't know that it's hand axe. And
Oops.
the person he's speaking to has a very tight loop of cloth tied around his head, pressed closely into where his eyes are, and it's seeping with blood. And would Red know anything about a Triton?
I don't think so.
Okay, then you have no idea what this creature is. It looks like a weird blue, scraggly haired something or other, but he's wearing the robes of this cult. But the robes have a silver hem to them.
So I'm gonna slip back down to here and whisper to Birdie, 40 feet in that direction.
What's next?
Like, if you're telling us what you're seeing,
No, that's the only thing I told you was 40 feet in that direction.
well, I guess I'll come in the room. Let's see. Make a
I mean, you
step.
can
Red is
see the
what's known as
torchlight
a pain in
at the
the
far
ass.
end of that room, and you just see the two humanoid shapes standing at the end. You're pretty far away.
And if you move into the room I'm in, I'll whisper. There are 3 guys at least waiting to jump us behind the pillars.
All right, so that's a 25 stealth.
So where are we going?
I'm going right here.
Okay. And a tentacle lashes out at you. And misses. It doesn't get you because I rolled a goddamn 1. Dude, I should start giving all my monsters like a version of the reliable talent trait, but to hit
Sure.
rolls.
Yeah, that's the thing you should do.
That'd be
Yeah, that's
awesome.
absolutely fair.
That'd be really
Absolutely.
convenient.
Absolutely fair.
Why not just always say you rolled a 20?
Red, watching the two humanoids, you see their heads turn in your direction. You can tell they're aware of your presence back there as this tentacle lashes out and misses Birdie. Of course, the Dragonborn, cannot see in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So no surprise here, but maybe we can at least take the mooks out.
All right, Birdie, what's up?
No, I'm just gonna. Red's here. I'm here.
Standing right next to the terrible tentacle well.
I mean, I don't want to go in. I'll just kind of step away from the tentacle well.
I'd rather not go in if that's okay. And again, you've got this stairwell leading up to another landing, and you do see flickers of light up in that direction.
Okay, I'm going to actually peek around over here.
Whisper to Red. Do we want to go thump their heads now, or
Peek around the corner in there.
Yeah.
There's a torch sconce in the wall right here. Actually, it's much larger than a torch. It's a what's the word? Brazier. Lit, illuminating this back room, and it looks to be a small library. You've got shelves set into the stone wall in the back with a collection of tomes and scrolls. The shelves also have a lot of jars and alchemical tools and things of that nature. And what's your passive perception?
It is a. Is it a 20 now? No, it's still a 19.
A 19?
Yeah.
There is another cultist hiding around this corner here at the far end of the room.
I am going to say that Bert, when he sees all those scrolls and books, Birdie peed himself a little.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little squirt.
Gross. What's next?
Adrex whispers to Gwu really loudly, "Yes," with a very, very serious and eager face.
Wu holds out a fist toward Adrex.
Oh, they're falling in love. That's cute.
I'm just the frenemy thing.
Adrex is itching for a fight.
So what does Adrex do about it?
He's going to let the stealth people do their stealth thing, but time's running out. Before he just shouts "Cowabunga" and charges in there.
Okay.
Is that literally what you'll do?
Yes.
I mean, okay, if nobody else is acting, Red will shoot the Dragonborn who he assumes can't see him because of the lack of dark vision.
There we go. Now let's roll some
If
initiative.
that's what it takes to initiate the combat.
There we go.
Somebody's got to do something to initiate the combat.
I assumed Birdie was going to drop a hunger. Like,
Yeah,
really
that's the
surprised.
thing he should do.
I mean, I'm not saying telling him how to play his character. It's just in character, Red is really surprised.
Who's not surprised are any of these guys, though.
Yeah, figure that.
They heard you murdering cultists back in the other room, screaming in pain.
See, I picture the Vanguard playstyle from Mass Effect 2, where you're just charging into fools, blasting them with shotguns. Like, I think that's what happened. I remember that because that's how I played played ME too.
I thought we were being subtle, and I can't. The only thing less subtle than Adrex is me dropping Hunger of Hadar in the middle of everything.
Dude, you were being as subtle as you could possibly be, but if I shoot you with an arrow, you're gonna scream in pain. And this is a very echoey place. So, I mean, I gave you 2 of the combats at surprise. If you want, I'll just say Strahd is here, if you want to keep tugging at this string.
Oh, no. Finally. He's going to be worth a shit ton of
Red,
EXP.
looking in the room, I mean, there's no action from any of these cultists, but you can very clearly assume they have ready actions.
Yeah, and I told everybody, since nobody is surprised here, I've already told everyone there are guys ready to jump us behind those columns.
And Woo, you're up first, but the last 2 people you saw walk around this stone well in the center of this room, tentacles lashed out and tried to grab them. But you're up. You see Red about to fire an arrow. Do we lose Gwoo? Is Gwoo gone?
Gwoo is here.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I had to say something to Simon. What do?
What do?
Whoa.
What do Gwoo do?
I think I'm gonna skirt over here.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got a 16 to hit you.
That does hit.
All right. Tentacle lashes out. You are grappled in that space.
Right
now it's just one tentacle, but more.
Swipe at the tentacle.
Okay, attack the tentacle.
Yep, swipe at the tentacle. Try to sever it. 17.
17 hit.
For that is 11 damage.
Okay, and you sever this tentacle that's grappled onto you. Now what?
Could say that was really grued.
Let's see, so that was 5 and 15. Yuan-ti moves me here. 20. Yeah, get up here to the top of the stairs.
Okay. And you no longer have an action because I took it from you.
You did, you meanie butt.
Red, what are you going to do to my poor innocent hand axe?
Should I?
So are you
roll
shooting
an
hand axe
advantage
or are you
because
shooting the Triton?
I'm shooting hand axe because I know he can't see me.
Okay. So you'll have advantage on him.
That'll hit an armor class of 23.
That hits.
For 25 damage.
25 damage. Okay.
Do some numbers on him.
Hand axe grunts in pain. You hear him say something to the Triton in a language that you don't speak.
Mm-hmm.
Moving or staying put?
With my bonus action, I'll give Adrex advantage on his next attack against this guy.
Okay.
And then I'll just kind of crouch down behind the well and hope it provides some cover.
Okay, let's see if it also provides a tentacle. It does not. 8 does not hit. That's going to bring us to... So your intention is to hunker down behind it, so they have difficulty shooting you? Okay, it's going to bring us to Birdie.
Take cover behind it.
That seems like a bad idea.
Tentacles don't seem that bad.
Birdie's gonna run back down here, and then, could I see hand axe from where I was standing before?
You didn't know it was hand axe. You saw someone standing there holding, or near this torchlight.
Okay, I'm going to try and, well, actually, let's go.
No, there's that non-cipher bonus.
Yep.
Let's continue to go this way.
Okay.
And I'm going to ready an action to shoot this guy if he comes out.
Okay. It's going to bring us to Adrex.
Finally. 1, 2, 3.
Well, hold on. I got a 7 to hit you.
No.
As a tentacle lashes out of the well, brushes against your neck, you may continue to move.
I think that was my max. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I can move one more.
Okay.
Trying to figure out how I can get an angle to hit this guy.
You need to be standing here or here, because he's
Even with
behind
the
this pillar. Even with the whip, I'll give him half cover if you're going to make a melee attack with your whip, because he's on the opposite side of this pillar, but you're aware he's there because Red pointed him out to you.
Yeah, and I have advantage. So okay.
Hey.
Advantage is good. That is a. How much does half cover give?
Plus 5.
So that is a 14.
What AC did you hit?
I hit 19.
Okay, so a cover provides a bonus to them. It doesn't give you a penalty. I
I'm
know it's the
doing
same
math.
thing, but
I know.
just to
I'm trying
avoid
to-
confusion. There are no penalties in 5th edition. 5th edition is the edition for millennials where everybody gets a trophy. It's a hit, actually, believe it or not.
Aren't you a millennial?
Yeah, but tentacles come out of that trophy and try and strangle you.
I don't know. I'm
9
not,
damage.
I'm neither Gen X nor a millennial. It's really upsetting. I don't know what I am.
9 damage, and I'm
That's
whipping him
18,
again.
it's save or die.
9 damage.
And I'm whipping him again.
Okay.
Actually, before I do that, I want to. Oh no, that was totally not the thing. I closed my character sheet. Not expecting it.
Did you delete your character?
No, I did not delete my character, but I just closed the character sheet.
You have to roll up
Totally.
Adrex.
Please make a strength saving throw.
18.
What?
18. 18 on die.
Well, screw him. He's still taking.
I think in this situation he'd be known as
4 damage.
Fladrex.
4 damage.
Yeah, so an additional 4 damage and second attack.
He'd need to be using a Scourge if he's going to be Fladrex. Whip's
That's
not going to
true.
flay somebody.
It's true.
That is an 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Alright.
In the
For
alternate,
another
reality,
9 damage.
when
9
alternate reality Raazu died, alternate reality Adrex got a scourge.
And he is bloodied as you just start bludgeoning him from behind this pillar with your whip.
The mirror universe where everyone has a goatee.
Moving or staying put?
Staying put. Can I drop the torch?
Yeah, you can drop it on the ground. That's
Alright,
fine.
good. That'll free me up to start stabbing things finally.
Okay. You are in bright light, so hand axe is not going to have any difficulty hitting you.
Well, I've got a hand axe for hand axe, don't worry.
He's actually shooting you with a bow, so that's fun.
What?
That's ironic.
Oh,
I made this character stat block before I realized his fucking name was Hand Axe, okay? I just... Oh
I
my
want-
god.
I
Nobody's
want you
ever
to-
going to believe that story. Nobody's ever going to believe me.
I believe
Adrex.
you, Burke.
I have
Yeah.
a 20.
Yep.
I have a 13.
Nope.
Okay.
In my head canon, he's named that because he's like, well, no one will ever expect the bow.
I believe it because it's too stupid for anyone to like claim to have done.
Adrex, 6 points of piercing damage as Hand Axe looses 2 arrows at you.
And
One of them
Adrex turns-
catches you in the chest.
Adrex turns to look at hand axe and go, "Really? You shoot a bow?"
God damn it.
Are you serious?
Alright, that's it. D&D's over. I quit. I'm done. That's enough.
Of all the characters, Adrex would say that. All I'm saying.
And then he continues to speak to the Triton in a language you don't speak.
Okay, because I do speak Dragonborn.
He's going
Dragonborn.
to take cover behind this pillar. Here. That's going to bring us to Vindy.
Red, how high up is the ceiling in this tunnel?
I don't know how high up is the ceiling.
In the rooms, you've probably got 15 feet, but in the little hallways connecting the rooms, probably only 10 or so. 10 or 12.
10, then 15 at the end.
All right, and I'll run forward, kick my way up the wall running up the wall and then flap over the well in the center.
Okay. I'm still gonna try to grab you with a tentacle.
That's bogus!
'Cause that's how I
Wendy
do.
shouts.
A 10 to hit you.
And Wendy flaps over it, and that's the reason why that it didn't grab her.
Okay.
And lands sailing next to Adrex, where she then stabs this man.
Are you billowing?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
I could hear the spite in Nodal's voice.
Oh no, I got betrayed by Die. That's fine.
Low roll is your one weakness.
Low rolls my one knee. It's all right. Listen. I got what I wanted to have happen during that turn. Done.
So
Like-
you missed?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I super missed.
Adrex, you see this Triton dive back into this well and vanish out of sight.
Triton's like, that's fucked. No thanks.
Wow, everybody's above 10 this time. Adrex, did you cheat?
No, that was a natural 15.
I'll let you know. I tied Adrex, but I went below him because I was like, well, I can't take this for him.
Birdie, this is going to trigger your held action as he comes around the corner.
That is a 13 to hit.
Sorry, a 13 to hit? It
Yeah.
does hit.
So... I'm assuming I don't get my sneak attack.
You don't.
So that would be a total of 8 piercing. No, excuse me, 9 piercing magical. Because
Okay.
of the bowstring.
Hell yeah, piercing, comma, magical.
I'm waiting for the 1 in my bowstring to snap.
That's all right. I'm not using mine. You can have mine.
Birdie, I have a 23 and a 16 to hit you.
The 23 does, the 16 does not.
Pleased to be taking 5 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
4 points of necrotic damage that comes off of your max HP, and he breaks the knife off in the wound.
Let's see.
His second stab with his second terrible black knife does not hit.
How much necrotic? 4?
4 points.
Okay.
Vindy. I have this one. I'm going to just
No.
get rid of that. 19.
No.
As this one here stabs at you.
Yeah, it's not as easy as you'd think to hit someone. I learned that last round.
Adrex.
Yeah,
I have a 20
sure.
and a 6.
No.
You took that 20 from me, Adrex.
3 points of piercing damage.
All right,
1 point of necrotic that comes off your max hit points.
you got it.
Breaks off the dagger in the wound. And Windy, the other guy is yours too.
And I love him.
17
No.
and an 8.
No.
Okay. As these cultists start closing in on you, they don't get any advantage because you knew they were hiding there because red is amazing. That's going to bring us back to Woo.
I like this
Woo.
character sheet can compensate for max HP loss.
Yeah, it's super nice.
Yeah.
Gwu is going to. Can I get a swing at this guy that's around the corner?
I'll give him partial cover because there's a stone corner right there.
Okay. Actually, wait, no. I'll just be right here. Lanky arms.
Yeah, you
Crazy
can get
lanky
him back
arms.
there, no problem.
Yeah, crazy lanky arms. That's
It might
an
be a
18 to
little
hit.
awkward for poor Birdie, but
I'm short. It's fine.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
bonus
they're
action.
anywhere
I'm gonna bonus action start rage up again.
okay.
But yeah, that's an 18 to hit.
18 will hit, yes.
Okay, so d12 plus 7 is 11 damage.
Okay. He is bloodied.
Second swing. That is that's a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Second swing deals 9 damage.
9 more.
Yep.
Okay. He's still
Still
up,
standing?
but he is very, very close to dead.
He's getting the third one.
Okay.
And of course, that's where I get the nat 20.
On the last hit where it doesn't matter. Are you playing Dragon Quest over here?
Yeah, basically. That's 18 damage for the third hit.
He is very sufficiently murdered.
So 10, 20,
It's not murder if they're cultists.
30, 40.
You come around the corner down here?
Yep.
Okay. Red.
I'm gonna go ahead and move to here, so I'm assuming something's gonna happen.
Not yet.
Move to there.
Okay.
What do I see up the stairway then?
Pretty much a mirror of the other side. Bookshelves and also alchemy equipment,
30.
and there's a lit torch sconce here. What's your passive perception?
20?
20?
Yep.
Then yeah, you see the guy hiding behind this corner before you come around.
Okay.
And you can assume he's got a ready to action.
Yeah, before I come around the corner, then I'll use cunning action to hide.
You're just hiding around the corner yourself?
Yep.
Okay.
Roll my stealth. That's a 30 on stealth.
You beat my 5.
And then I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to pull out my bow and shoot him.
Okay. So you sneak up very quietly and pull out your bow.
Yep.
And you shoot.
So ranged.
My bow's actually already out, so this is fine. That'll hit an armor class of 26.
That's good. That'd be messed up if these cultists suddenly had an armor class of bigger than 26.
One more d6. For 23 damage.
23, and you bloody him right away, and he is shocked that he did not see your position.
That's the end of Red's turn.
Okay, it's going to bring us to Birdie.
Okay.
Happy money.
Okay. Get here.
Okay.
And I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to shoot this guy in the back. Can I see hand axe from here?
He's not hiding, he's just using this pillar for cover, so he'll have partial cover if you fire at him.
I'm not going to fire at him. I'm just wondering if I can see him and recognize
Oh yeah, he's
him.
definitely there.
Okay, that's a crit on this guy right here.
He's having a bad day.
Yeah. Goodbye, guy.
Thanks, buddy.
So that's... We'll just roll this twice. So that's 24. And
I will say,
19.
rolling a critical hit as a rogue is, I mean, it's fun, but it is a little annoying.
That's
Like-
49 points of damage on this guy.
He's dead right now. That's enough for him.
But I'll just say I disagree. As a man who once had to roll crits on fireballs.
Yeah.
You were rolling crits on fireballs with virtual dice. I'm trying
had
to
to
roll on a
count
TV tray with my drink on it, and I only have 8d6. So
Well, there's your problem.
You need more d6.
well, I have
Yeah.
more, but I don't take all my dice with me. I should, I guess, put more d6s in the bag.
Yeah, just get
Yeah.
it back.
So anyway, Birdie yells, it's hand axe. I need him alive.
Adrex, Birdie yells out, it's Hand Axe. And at this point, Hand Axe is noticing that he's being cornered back here, and he notices that his Triton friend has jumped in the well, and he starts cursing horrible things in Draconic, kind of under his breath. Your turn.
Language. And can I stab the guy behind the corner of the pillar?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna stab a guy behind the pillar.
Stab
I'm
him.
That is a 19.
Adrex and this
19
cultist are just dancing around this pillar.
They're doing that thing in MMOs where you hide behind the pillar.
10 damage.
10 damage. He is
Still going?
Dunzo.
Roll
McBunzo.
around. Attack this guy. Stab, stab, stab.
Okay.
Always more stabs.
Always more stabs.
Need more stabbing.
That
Hey!
is a 27
27 will hit.
for 6 damage.
Boo.
6 damage. Okay.
Offhand attack. 18
That'll hit.
for
Go nuts. Go nuts.
7 damage. Glad I upgraded to these D8s, man. Woof.
He is not
I'll
quite
tell ya.
bloodied yet. I'm moving or staying put?
Not leaving a start range, so yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And hand axe kind of ducks back, keeping the pillar between you and him. You hear him again cursing in Draconic.
Language. Adrex is saying that in common, by the way.
He calls out in common. And he says, if I surrender, we cut a deal.
Oh, I really want to throw a hand axe. Oh.
Windy, it's your turn.
I'm gonna cut down this guy. I'm not cutting a deal with any cultist. I'll tell you that for damn sure. Blow some wind over his face.
I mean, they're fanatics by nature.
That's 2 hits.
Yep. I don't see this guy surviving the round. I'm going to be honest.
The little cultist that could. Come on, I believe in you.
30 magical slashing.
Yeah, that's enough for him.
Your faith was misplaced, sir.
And I'm gonna go look for red.
Okay. Adrian, I just noticed what square you're standing on.
Yeah.
So was it your intention to step on the slab that's placed on the floor there?
No.
Okay. Where would
I
you like
realize
to be
it was-
standing instead? Within 5 feet back there. Okay.
Over there. That's not on the slab, right?
No.
All right.
There's no more Triton. Do I have any cultists left?
Yeah, over here.
Oh, Birdie and Adrex, by the way. I have my note here, but I forgot to do it on your turns. I need a Constitution saving throw for each of you.
Oh yeah, that was a
DC
Giant.
13.
Oh, for the
Because they
The
done been
bleeding.
stabbed.
Oh. Oh.
I got
Nope.
I got a mighty roll of 6.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's still not
Birdie,
enough.
4 points of necrotic that comes off your max. And Adrex, 2 points of necrotic that comes off your max. As the wound starts to seep. And now I'm going to see if I can do the same thing to Red. Red, I've got a 5 and a 9.
No.
No. He's
Not-
lashing out with his black dagger, but he just cannot find purchase. You see, he's got this terrible wound in his gut where you put an arrow. Woo! You're probably too far away to finish this up, right?
well, I can charge hand axe, pin him against the wall,
Sure.
and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. And as you do, he makes a show of putting up his arms, and you hear the clatter as his sword and his bow hit the floor. You just shove him up against his back wall.
Yep.
Okay, you're grappling him there. He is not making any move against you, but he repeats, "I surrender. We cut a deal, yes?"
Guu's just got the crazy eyes right now. He can't really. He's
Right.
not in a state to parlay.
Let's move to here and ready in action. Pull out my sword, put my bow back, and I'll stab this guy when Windy comes up.
Okay. Birdie?
Rude.
Birdie's gonna run over here to where Hand Axe is and pull out a knife. I'm not gonna stab him yet, but I'm getting ready to because I got questions.
Adrex?
I really want to throw a hand axe at hand axe. Oh my god, this is the worst. Oh.
Birdie says, pats Adrex on the shoulder and says, "Don't worry."
How can
but
you? You're
you'll have
like
to change your
2
alignment
feet
to your
tall.
attack.
Oh.
It's a spiritual pat.
Yo, weird guy, where'd you go? Adrex shouts down the well.
You're peering down into the well.
Yep.
You can't see anything. You don't have a light source. You drop
Yeah, I
your
know.
torch.
Yeah, but Adrex is still shouting it down in the well.
Right? You just hear the echo of your words. Gwoo.
Yeah.
Handax starts rubbing his thumb and the his foreclaw together, and he says, "I will share with you what my lord has given me." And you notice in his hand he's rubbing a gold coin, and then you hear the sound of scraping metal, and he's rubbing 2 coins together, and then a third, and then a coin hits the floor, and you realize he's just producing gold coins, and they clatter against the stone at his feet. Windy.
Yeah, I'm gonna step within 5 feet of this guy triggering Red's held action.
That triggers Red's ready to action.
That's a crit.
Okay.
I need 2 8s and 10 6s or 8
This
6s.
poor bastard.
Can you beat the 50 I did before?
Probably.
Do it. I want to see it.
Yep. Maybe.
That's a lot of numbers.
That's only 47.
47. He only had 10 hit points left.
When he steps forward, Red stabs the guy. When he turns around, walks back down the stairs.
All right. And you've cleaned up the cultists for now. Let's go ahead
I'm
and
gonna
take
go
a break
look at
there.
what Adrex is looking at.
Let's reconvene at about 4:45. Go ahead and get your cold brew coffee and your day
I
old
drank
bagel.